Shitcoin.com.
Welcome back to the Shitcoin.com show, everyone. We've got a bit of an ad hoc episode today where Andreas just pulled in people that he thought would be interesting to have a chat with. So we've got Xan from Daemon Technologies, and we've got Ameen, who works on Reflexer. That's correct, right? It's with Rye. I'm guessing that's what you're focusing on right now. Yeah, so we'll just shoot the shit on what's going on at the moment, I guess, and with this market. I don't know. What do you want to jump into?
No, I mean, I only have one thing. I only have one thing on my mind. It's mostly Doge chain, but maybe that's too recent.
I think saw the white paper yesterday, but I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Oh, so you didn't invest in Omnom?
No, I wish I could be one of the SHIB guys, but I don't know. It's not me.
No, so I think what's more relevant is Tornado Cash is one thing, and what happens to stable coins when Ethereum forked is another. But Tornado Cash, I think, is more interesting because it's the first time I think that we've seen any sort of attempts of activism on Ethereum. They're usually very polite people, and there's some talk about what happens if we go to proof of stake and all of the stakers are basically exchanges in America, public companies even. Kraken's not public yet, but Coinbase is. I mean, what if they're the majority of the stakers? Are they just going to start? They have to censor stuff? What's going to happen? So what do you guys think?
I think it seems like Ethereum's having its user activated soft fork moment where we decide exactly how censorship resistant the layer 0 is. And layer 0 is the people. So people have to sort of get together and enforce, or project enforcing, removing all of their money from any chain that decides to censor, or exchanges that support forks that include censorship and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're seeing the reality of the view that if Coinbase and all the biggest exchanges and validators are going to do this, we can just route around this on the user level and soft fork, but it's not that simple to do that. And so, yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I think Eric Wallace brings some good points about what happens here. The Coinbase and them get slashed, do they not? It's to Ameen's point, I think it comes down to the people, which is why I think there's really interesting debate right now.
And okay, because it's nice if they get slashed, because my biggest fear would be that we get slashed. So if they have all the not all the mining power, but if they have all the staking done on their service, then if you're not compliant, then you get slashed, right?
I would expect you just can't even use the service.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know who eats the cost there, if it's the user.
Sorry, 1 second. We just we had a slight audio malfunction then. Is this you can hear that better, more clearly now, right? That's better. Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
Very good. No, I was thinking if almost all of the staking is done by people who are censoring, then if you're not, you're in the minority, you get slashed, right?
I guess. Is that how that works?
I didn't think that. But I mean, I think to the point you were making, I mean, if someone's doing that through a service and maybe through a decentralized service, that service could pass the cost of slashing onto the users who are guilty of that versus maybe they're themselves as the validator. I'm not sure if that would actually work, but
what I was hoping for is that we just would see people continue with the activism on Tornado Cash, because they sent 0.1 Ether to a bunch of people, and Uniswap blocked, and Balancer did. I think they're all using the same service, something called TRM or something, and then Aave did, and Aave only changed it because Justin Sun has a single wallet with 800 million on it, and he's shown a screenshot that you can't access his loans on Aave. And it's so funny. Everyone's like, does he actually just sit there on MetaMask and do this shit? And of course he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course he does.
Don't
when,
we
when
all?
do we get like
Yeah.
DAOs to start, distributing tornadoed ETH? Like when do we get like,
Right. No, and
multi-million-dollar
And
DAOs?
the point of that story was, so then there was some backlash, and they said, "Oh, we fixed it." It's like, what do you mean you fixed it? I think what they did is they added the line of code that says like, if amount equals 0. ether, then return. I don't think they fixed anything. I think they added an exception for this exact so-called dust attack. Which is not a dust attack. It's like $150, by the way. So just added an exception for this one and hoping people will be quiet. But so I was wondering, like, how do
That
we...
doesn't
I'm
really seem like a robust solution.
No, but it requires...
Probably
we would need
processing a lot of support tickets.
we would need people to do this more than the 0.1 ether, right?
So I don't know about we and needing people to do anything, but I mean, the first level of activism that I think the DAOs are more initially concerned with is like keeping Alexei out of jail and making sure that his like legal defenses are paid for. So that's like one of the Moloch proposals I put up. Help secure the people who are actually working on this that were attacked by the governments for no reason. Seemingly, they haven't even released the charges, so we can't even tell what exactly it was, to my knowledge at this point. So, yeah, but if you did want to do some airdrop activism, it would also be fun to do like a smaller. So, I mean, the tornado addresses specifically were sanctioned, right? They sanctioned the pools of money that had North Korean funds, right? They didn't exactly sanction all uses of privacy technology everywhere. Now, that's not to say they won't eventually, but as it stands, you could even do like smaller amounts on layer 2s and just hit everyone, because the cost of doing it is way lower.
Oh, the same addresses.
Like just send everyone $20 on
Right.
for example.
And
Like
yeah, you're like on Optimism specifically. So but what about it's
put them on the
I mean, a good point you made is they sanctioned a few addresses, not Tornado Cash in itself. So maybe the best thing people can do and also stay out of trouble would be to use a fork or to use a competitor. I believe Aztec is one. I don't know how robust it is. What else is there? Without us getting people in trouble.
Aztec is good. I've heard of Railgun. I think there's a couple others.
Yeah, because at this point, anybody using the Tornado one is kind of might be playing with fire, individuals or businesses. It's just as long as it's not all banned, then you should just use the fork because the fork is not illegal yet. So
Right.
I guess that's a pretty good idea.
I was just trying to find it, but I remember I saw something on Twitter, maybe even today, like saying that addresses that had moved up, I think more than like a few $100s in the last 4 years in the US, they wanted the information of all those addresses into KYC them all or something. There was so some interesting stuff that's gonna come out of that. So if you did use Tornado, then they're gonna want to like dive into that. I guess that's what all those new IRS agents are for, right? The
I mean, I'm American. I think I've never used Tornado actually, but I think I'm fucked anyway. Like, in terms of they're just gonna make it a pain in the ass for everyone.
Yeah, I've used Tornado. I'm a big fan. I've put a bunch of money through it while it was legal. like to pay people in it, give them their like first tornado experience, so that here's a bunch of money if you can figure it out.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. I used to use on like when people were still using Bitcoin. I would use Bitcoin mixers all the time. It was just something you did. So because you didn't want people to, if you had like one wallet with most of your money in it, then you just didn't want people to see what was in it.
Yeah.
So you just sent through a mixer. It's like it was super easy. But on Ethereum, I never did, just because I didn't know about it and I thought it would be very expensive.
Yeah, Tornado is the second like ZK Snarks production implementation ever. The first one was Zcash, and Monero uses some other system.
Ring signatures.
Yeah, Aztec is a Zcash system, or like ZK Snarks.
Okay. So basically, there's going to be a bunch of these.
Privacy turned off. I mean, I'm optimistic that we'll see forks of this on every chain for every denomination of every coin forever, and that we'll have private money in our lifetime. So that would
for sure. I think it's great.
I mean, what do you think about I've heard some ideas floated of like forking Tornado Cash, but in a way where you can allow you to self-attest via, signing a ZK proof that, they are not the hacker. They are not, the originator, in some sort of way that gives you the same end privacy, but without the need to like censor whole pools of money.
Yeah, we're like begrudgingly looking into that.
Hey, Chandler, we got a new entrant to the Shaker.com show. So yeah, we're originally going to get Chandler to join us, so you can jump in on this, Chandler. We're just talking about Tornado Cash, but we were so for anyone watching, I'm sure you've probably seen Chandler spearheading the ETHW movement on Twitter. So it's
what's that?
Yeah, this is going to be a cool one to.
Hi,
heard that one, I mean.
Sorry, I'm late.
What is it?
Oh.
Yeah, Chandler, why don't you start? Tell us what is this you're working on, ETHW?
Okay. The Ethereum fork started 10 days ago. Everything run by the community. The miner all supported this. There will be the fork. Right now the code is already released, and testnet will be released tomorrow. And everything is better and better. And right now a lot of exchange like Binance, Huobi, OKCoin, and other exchange will come into check the node, and there will be the keep looking for something chance. A lot of the small exchange like Polonix and Gate.io, they're already releasing the kind of the how to say English. They're releasing the ETHW the option kind of, right? So for now everything is already the on the way to the fork. Right now, we already have the about 4 weeks. It's a month, 1 month, 30 days. So a lot of the people get them interesting on the ETHW. At the beginning, a lot of the community, the KOL, like Barry, he don't like this idea. He's saying, "Wow, ETHW, it's not a good idea." But when he finally realized that he will get an airdrop, and everyone will get an airdrop. So they don't want to say anything, bad. They just want to waiting for the airdrop. Today the price about the $40 for each one. And if
how many percent is this now?
It's about it. I don't know. It's about the ETC price.
Okay.
If the ETC price about is already, if the we I think this token will be the same. Will be the about the price of about the ETC price in the future. ETC
Exciting.
they don't have a developer on that, right? But this chain is different. They have a lot of we have a lot of developers, but they have a lot of users. It's a 2 billion, right? It's a 200 million. It's 200 million address. Well, we get a shot, and it's almost everyone will be looking for an airdrop. And if people have their airdrop, they want the price up and up, right? Everyone wants to a bull market come and sell that. So will be a lot. Yes, I don't know what it will be future. But I'm excited on that.
Xan, what are you going to do with your airdrop ETHW on the proof of work fork?
For me, yeah, I'm waiting for the next.
Yeah, Chandler, you can say first.
Yeah, I'm looking for the next bull market coming. When the bull market coming, I will sell that to change Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm Bitcoin guy. I'm in my portfolio about 80% of all Bitcoin. Yeah.
Well, I'm with
I think
you on
Bitcoin
that.
won't go to $1 million in the future. Yeah.
You don't want the airdrop? You have to
What
buy
is
ETH.
low?
You can get the airdrop, man. I'm
Up.
all in ETH. I'm going to get more of the airdrop than you are.
You will? As long as I get some.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why do you have so
everyone
much
will get
Bitcoin?
one.
It seems like you don't believe in your fork.
Oh yeah, I just started the idea. And
You should buy some ETH,
it's
man.
run by community.
All
not
in
my
ETH.
fault.
Let's go Ethereum. Buy as much as
I
you possibly can before the fork.
I'm super bullish. I have a lot more ETH than I used to. I think this is going to get very
I
interesting.
heard about this new fork that's coming out. Apparently, it's going to pump like really well.
One bad news is, and I mean, everyone know, if your Ether in that POS pool,
airdrop.
you know that it's about the 12 million of the Ether in the POS in the like a Lido in that contract. That smart contract cannot get an airdrop.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, it's bad news because the smart contract run by foundation. Their foundation will be get the airdrop.
Yeah. I'm sure my CD will get melted right before. Okay, so I have to withdraw.
And
well, you have to sell your SDE.
I just have to.
Before last night, we don't have idea how to if you're the token in the Uniswap in the pool, it still cannot get your airdrop.
Okay.
And right now we are community already started a new proposal to be all of the tokens after fork will be frozen in that contract, and every people will be get airdrop after the fork. Because if you're not frozen the contract, because of the ETHW will keep running, right? So smart guy will be the dump their USDT and USDC or WBDC to change to the ETHW, because all the USDC will be go to zero.
Do you know any? Yeah. Do you know any of the? Well, right. There's going to be the rush to destroy all liquidity pools on block zero. Hilarious, right? People pay infinite gas for this opportunity to arb every liquidity pool dry of the brilliant, love it, hilarious PvP zone. So do you know any of the protocols that like will survive in the fork? Like Chainlink's off, like a lot of things are off. So like Rye isn't even gonna probably make it. Like I was thinking maybe it would be a useful way to experiment with like our emergency shutdown, like what Maker has. Like no one ever pulls that trigger. It'd be kind of funny to pull the trigger on like a fork chain.
Let me tell you something funny. I'm the guy selling beef before. I'm the beef seller on the street.
Beef.
Yeah.
Beef.
Before I'm coming to the mining business.
I love
I'm
beef.
selling beef.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about the technology. I'm just a high school graduate. I don't even know how to speak English. So
Dude,
I'm the
that's
miner.
pretty good.
So
Yeah, right.
right now, this fork should be run by you guys, not me. It's not my part. It's not my job. If I
Well, yeah. You said your strategy is wait for the next bull and then dump. So I mean, I hear you.
Yeah, if I sell at the top price. ETC, I got an airdrop, and I buy a lot of ETC. I have the 15 million of the ETC. I sell the $100 when the price very high.
Nice.
When I bought that, I almost changed all my Ether. It's a stupid choice. I'll change my Ether to the ETC.
Mm-hmm.
A stupid choice, and I lost all my ETH.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of the ETC. So I waiting in the bull market. The last bull market, when the TCG, when the Grayscale listing the ETC, the ETC price go like this to the moon. $100. Actually, they go to the $150. I sell when they go to $100. I keep selling. I change my Bitcoin. Yeah, and this is same today. I don't have a lot of Ether, so I'll get a little bit of ETHW, and I'm still waiting for next bull market. If the bull market is growing, ETC growing, like a Dogecoin, like a ETC, Litecoin, and they all POW. POW can survive for a long time. You remember the Dogecoin? Dogecoin not run by somebody; they're run by community. No people care. The Dogecoin in the beginning, right? But
Dogecoin is merge mined, right?
Wow, the 100x. It's crazy.
That is a big difference.
Yeah, Bitcoin cannot go to 100x in one decade. It's difficult. But think about the Dogecoin, shitcoin, not shitcoin, Shiba Inu, Shiba coin. It's crazy, right? So how to make more Bitcoin? I think just to buy the token very, very low, and blood everywhere, and people, you just take buy very cheap and sell high. So never mind. It's just
but Chandler, I'm wondering about one thing. Why would the miners continue to run the mining equipment on ETHW? Like if everyone has the same plan as you, which is just to sell as fast as they can, and Ameen is going to pull the emergency thing just to see if it works, and everyone is selling, then why do they keep paying electricity?
Do you know how much hashing power on the Ether mining business?
I have no
idea. It's $1 billion of the equipment data center, farming data center. It's a lot of the people inviting
a month from now, right?
The data center on this business, and they are nothing mining. They only one choice is ETC for right now.
I mean, the choice is to
all the hashing power.
The choice is you can turn off the computers, or you can use them for machine learning, sell the hardware, not spend the electricity, pick up painting, just like anything. No, because if the price falls a lot, then you're just wasting your time, right? And I mean, we saw with Bitcoin Cash, this is a very hard game to play. Because the miners will just
I remember ETC. That was actually my first week of consensus. Was the DAO hack as a junior software engineer, it's like trying to figure it out. And then the DAO hack happened, and I remember that Friday, Joe Lubin walked in, and he was trying to maintain a sense of calm, as if sort of nothing had happened. He bought everyone pizza and beer, and we had a normal Friday evening. Then everyone woke up, and it was a complete shit show. No one knew what would happen. Everybody knew that there was 28 days of exit window for us to decide: are we going to soft fork? Are we going to hard fork? How fuck, there's 10% of the ETH, like we fucked this up, right?
Yeah.
And like the nerds went to work and everybody started reading stuff.
Yeah.
Like figured out
Yeah.
do the software because it was gonna get DDoSed. And then like
Mhm.
like 20 to 10.
But I mean, even then,
You
I
remember
mean,
the price.
were
if
you
go
ever
to
tempted
the-
to deal with? Were you ever
What?
tempted to have anything to do with Ethereum Classic? I mean, or was it pretty easy for you?
Actually, no, I dumped it all immediately and I helped everyone else that felt like it do so. Some people speculated on it and made a
You
little
dump to me. I buy it.
You're welcome. I'll do it again.
No, it's crazy. I lost the all my 200,000 of the Easter. I lost
Yeah.
all my Easter.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
crazy. It's still been
That's
destroyed
awful.
in my entire life. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because of Vitalik. It's all because of Vitalik. He called me. He let me to 51% attack the ETC. And the first Twitter I tweeted, I'm Chandler Guo, I'm a Ethereum the miner. I will be the 51% attack the ETC. And when I tweet that, the Barry, the DCG, the founder, he wanted me. He said, "What is the ETC? Do you know that?" I said, "Well, I don't know. ETC is fucking wrong, right? I don't like ETC. ETC is the bad guy. It's a hack, but I don't know." He said, "ETC is a classic. You need to ask. You blockchain cannot be rolling back, and you need a protection the ETC, not attack the ETC." And I don't know. I'm just I'm telling you, I'm a high school student. I don't know what happened exactly. So I asked other Chinese key opinion leader. All the Chinese key opinion leader in the one group. It's a WeChat group, 500 people in one group, and I'm the founder of that group. And that motherfucker kicked me out. It said you are the treat of the ETC, of the ETH. You are the treater. No, I'm not. I'm just asking you what is the ETC. And they just kick me off that group. So I'm very angry about that. So I'm, that is angry. Angry when you angry, you make the wrong choice. So I think, okay, I were 100% ETC. So I have I have 4 data center. I have the 98 gigahash of the hashing power. I almost have 20% of the Ether the hashing power at that time. I said I will protect them, so I transfer all my hashing power to the ETC mining pool, and keep ETC mining in the block. And at that time, I think, oh, I'm doing the right thing, right? And I'm doing wrong. But when the ETH price going up, I said, oh motherfucker, I'm stupid. I do the wrong choice. ETC and nothing. Barry maybe not right. But ETC survived. And I hold that ETC for a long time. But a long time, it's only 100x, right? But ETH, more than 100x, right? But I hold the ETH, not today.
But I mean, isn't it pretty easy? I cannot name a single thing that exists on Ethereum Classic. Like, I don't know a single project. Does anybody?
Yeah, no project. No people want to run that.
And I think that probably explains the price development, that if it has literally no users, I think that would be an important point.
Yeah, I think so. But it's still have a market. They still have the price 100x. You see, they still have the chance waiting for next bull market, right? Everybody waiting for the bull market coming, right? Me too. Today is still a bear market. If I sell in the, airdrop today, I got nothing. A little bit of money, right? We're waiting for the bull market coming. That's all.
Yeah,
so even the Ether, I will sell that at a bull market to the Bitcoin.
Yeah, we found a chart here of how Ethereum Classic has done. Let's see. Yeah, 4 coins appears to be a very tough business.
Yeah,
This is Ethereum Classic against Ethereum, by the way, of all time.
Yeah.
It might.
So
it
I
might
think
one day.
one day. No,
Yeah,
I
you
think,
see that,
I think this is the reason.
That top.
This is
That
the
top in I buy.
this is
I'm
the
the
reason
fucking
on.
by everyone the ETC. Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna dump my Ethereum W's on first day, but
And it's your choice.
how?
Yeah,
But
it's your choice.
how do you do that? Do you transfer an exchange then? I guess there's not going to be a bridge.
Well, yeah, that was because I was checking out Chandler. I was checking out the website, and it was saying like there are a bunch of exchanges listed on there as like showing supporting the project. So are there going to be? Yeah, are you planning to have quite a few markets immediately on launch, or can you share anything about that?
Oh, the exchange, like the BCH, when the Bitcoin fork, all the exchange will be support the fork. The exchange, the central exchange will be listing that. If the blockchain no problem, just keep when the blockchain keep running, the fork can trade it at that time. At that time, no supply, because a lot of Ether holding on the wallet. Like you guys, you don't trust the central exchange, right? But the central exchange price will be high because supply is very limited. A lot of the Ether and the Ether airdrop in your wallet, not in the exchange. And in the decentralized exchange, like Uniswap and SushiSwap, not run the smart contract. Will be a lot of the swap. I don't want to tell them their name. They're keeping working on the swap. They'll run their swap on the ETHW, and the Oracle, not Chainlink, another team will be run the Oracle, and the DeFi will come in, and NFT. If you have the Born Ape, you will be airdropped to another ape in the ETHW. All your NFT will get one.
Am I going to be able to stop
in the ETHW?
Is OpenSea going to support? Am I going to be able to dump that?
We don't know. Another exchange, not OpenSea, will support that. They're working a lot of job on this. So all of your ERC20 and your NFT will get airdrop.
It's going to be like
and you guys will be busy, if you want to.
It's going to be like when you go shopping some places in Asia, and have all the brands, but just one letter is different. So you got your Pike shoes, you got your Adidas, you got your Open Ocean is the NFT platform.
Not me.
No,
I'm just start the idea, then I do nothing. You see, I do nothing. I just see at my home. I'm no team like you guys. I know no team. I'm just I come here just want to study English. I live in the U.S. for a long time, in 5 years actually, but I'm still speaking Mandarin. And after 10 days ago, I think, well, it's time to learn some English. So I come into all of the interview and study the English and try to learn some English. And for me, if it's a success, it's a fork of success. It's not my business. If it's wrong, maybe my business. If the wrong, if fail, like I said, 90% chance it will be fail, because I'm not a tech leader. Everything wrong. The tech, the code will run by the community. No one knows it's good quality. It have bug or not have bug. Well, maybe it's fail. If the fail, you guys will nothing to do. You don't have their job. You don't get candy. If it's fork success, every people at least get a 4%. Air job.
Every little bit.
I wonder if I'm curious if we'll get the same effect we had with the Bitcoin fork, which was for some reason, if you had $100 of Bitcoin before it forked with Bitcoin Cash, then the price of BTC went down slightly, but because of the BCH, you actually did really well. I don't know why that is. I think the one theory from a friend of the show, Colin Platt, is more tokens is always better. People just like to have a bunch of tokens. It's why Justin Sun does really well, because he has so many tokens. People just like to have many tokens. So I'm really curious if we'll see that effect again. And maybe we can reboot the bull market. Maybe we can reboot the whole economy. Maybe this is what saves the world economy.
How
Oh,
Yeah, you know, who know that? I don't know. I'm waiting for the bull market to come and sell all the ether, sell all the fucking altcoin. It's like to make, I selling the beef before. It's like selling the beef. You buy low, sell high. That's all. just buy the low, sell high. That's all. Make a profit. That's all. I don't know the
context.
I go to college, so I don't know how to make a lot of money on this market. But I don't know how to, do the leverage, do the hedge, what I don't know that. I just buy low and sell high. That's all. All the bull market, I will sell everything, no matter what I kind of call a coin, right?
I don't know.
When the low, I buy all my Bitcoin back. That's
Chandler,
all.
you mentioned as well that so you mentioned then that you're not the one leading these teams that are working on ETHW related projects, but so how's that structured? Is it just like random groups of people that came forward and said they wanted to work on these things, or was it like a hiring process? How did that come about, getting people to work on it, getting devs?
Oh, that's why it's very slow, because no people get a salary, no people get reward, and for right now, service, because super node need a lot of service, like 100 of the service to run the super node test night. This is all run by volunteer. The company, not a company, actually, it's a lot of people in the anomalies. They don't want people know their names. And we are in China. Chinese people living in the Bay Area have a group. This group means AWSB. It's a Twitter group, all speaking Chinese. All developer in the big market, big company like Apple, Google, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. They're all the Chinese developer. They run this just for fun. That's all. So we don't get we don't raising fund. We don't get a VC support. We run everything just for fun. If it's success, everybody work. If not a success, that's a work. That's just a fail, and I'm the loser again. Like before.
And who will be running the Enfura of the fork?
Running what?
Like who will be running the node that everyone speaks to, like Enfura or Cloudflare?
All of mining pool. Every mining pool will be run together for the node, super node including. And
okay.
And yes, we are not having enough money to. We just got a donation like one Ether. Every people donate $10. Yeah, so today just got 100 of the transaction only in the 1 Ether, 1.4 Ether, for example. It's not just a little money. No people get want to donation this for free. People's donation want to get airdrop. And not a lot of the miner, not a lot of mining pool, not a mining equipment company like Bitman or other company. The big company not sponsor us. I don't know why, but their money gotta be zero. Their equipment will be sold to nobody, but they still don't donation to this community. This community run all by such kind of bunk loser like me. That's all. So if
Yeah.
that's success, it's lucky. If it's a fail, it's a fail. 90% possible it will be fail.
We tried to do something like this on Ethereum a while ago in the bear market. We were worried that Ethereum was going to like run out of money and die or whatever. So we started MolochDAO, which was a way for us to fund like open source development and like projects that we thought were important. And like 20 people put in 100 each, and each was like, I don't know, $100. So it was like a 10 grand, like basically hustled a bunch of people at ETH Denver. I was like, hello, sir, would you like to save Ethereum? Please put 100 ETH into the DAO. And then I like went to, the UI didn't work, so like went to people scan and like typed 18 zeros, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, application, right? Because we were just getting started. This was like 2019, one of the first DAOs. The cool thing about it was that you could like pull out your money whenever you wanted using this function called the rage quit, which we learned after the first DAO blew up that it was a good thing to be able to do. One of the things that it actually funded, we gave all the first grants to Tornado Cash because we felt that privacy was important.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we had a good relationship with the team and helped pay for like their audits on the CK circuits and the smart contracts, a bunch of stuff. Funny story about the development of it that not many people know actually is that when it was time to give out the first grant for like just a proof of concept mixer on Ethereum, like we actually gave the grant to another team. We like narrowed it down. I was on vacation, but I took a bunch of calls back to back. It was like 9, 10 teams. Narrowed it down to 2, and then like we went with the other ones, not the Tornado Cash team. And then the Tornado Cash team was so pissed off that they just rage built the entire thing in 3 weeks. And like completely out delivered the other team. Like the other team was like a clunky. It was like what we asked for, really. It was like a proof of concept, looking thing. We paid them, and like sort of disappointed, but then made sure that we gave Tornado like not just future grants, but like also retroactive grant for the work that they'd already done. It became like a case study for retroactive grants because I was arguing that it takes out like the execution risk, but yeah, they did really good work. It was basically just because they were pissed, and it made the whole thing, did the ceremony, eventually revoked the admin keys, and now it's there forever. Unfortunately, I can't use it anymore because and stuff, and I don't advise anyone to break the rules because my other friend Virgil is still in jail for violating international sanctions. Of course, he went to North Korea.
Dude, yeah. I met with him
more than like,
I was with him like literally a week before that. Yeah, that was fucking wild.
Yeah, he gave a presentation at the Blockchain for Peace conference, which turned out to be a total scam because it was just Koreans, like officials being presented to. It was not a conference.
It was not actually for peace.
No, so had to like play along and make it out alive. But then they right into the eager jaws of the FBI and were unfortunately deposed. So yeah, don't play with Tornado if you're an American. Like we could all do it as a joke, but then like all they have to do is like lock up one of us for a really long time and make an example of one of us. So don't do it. If you're European, I don't know, maybe the rules don't apply to you as much. I don't really know how far this goes. Ask a lawyer.
But it might soon, right? They might, you never know. I mean, where was Tornado Dev was arrested in Holland, right?
Is like probably going to be like, I don't know. I don't see a lot of new deposits going in. It doesn't seem like really worth the risk. I think what it shows is, honestly, I think it's actually like a bullish signal overall because it does demonstrate that the technology works enough to be taken seriously. And it, of course, raises the serious questions about like, can I have privacy? Like even if my privacy means that like also criminals or bad actors can have privacy, like do I still get to use it, right? It's like think it's an important question we all need to figure out. Like, this was the crypto wars in whatever 80s, 90s. They tried to release like their code on, you know, T-shirts to release encryption in the wild, and now we all have this like lock on the top left corner of our URL bar that ensures that all of our communications are end-to-end encrypted, and there's no attacks, and like that's a really good thing. But that had to be like fought for years to be allowed, and like I think it's inevitable that we'll have private money in our lifetime, but it'll be some combination of rule making and rule breaking. You know, that's what we call progress, I guess.
Some exciting stuff coming up. I think let's wrap this up at this point. I think but we'll be sure to post all of the links in the show description, and we'll make sure we get everyone should definitely be following Chandler, Ameen, and Xan to see what they got going on. I will post the Twitter links below.
And Ameen will have a link to any effort you want to share.
Yeah.
For the legal defense, we'll share those links.
Sure. I'll put them up.
But cool. Thank you so much, guys.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Cheers.
All right. Thanks for coming
Bye.
on.